The show. Jimmy Spencer is here. Now, Jimmy is carefully studying the NASCAR rulebook. I see your black eye has cleared up any fines handed down from your confrontation with Greg Biffle.
Hey, I brought it up with the management at Speed, and they said, you just be careful around Greg Biffle.
That leads us to our first question. Greg P. says, Jimmy, most fans like it that you're outspoken, but do you ever catch any hell from the drivers over anything you've said?
Of course they say stuff to me, but I'm like a duck. It's like water off my back. Hey, a few examples. After the Loudon race last year, when Jeff Burton stayed out on them old tires and then he wrecked Kyle Busch, I called him out on it, right here on the hub. Next day, I see him at the gas station. If looks could kill, he looked at me, he wanted to beat me up. But I mean, come on. If you can't take care of Jeff Gordon, you're going to have bigger issues with me, Mr. E. Oh, Mike Ford, last year at Charlotte, fall. I correctly predicted that the Levin team would beat themselves in the chase. I was standing in the garage area talking to Jimmy Makar. Mike Ford walks up, mumbles something, gave me a dirty look before he walks into his hauler and slams the door. Hey, it doesn't always pay to be right. Backlash doesn't bother me, though. The fans deserve to know what's really going on.
I love the illustration of the gas station confrontation. You're running with Jeff Burton. All right. Now, next up, Herbert P. says, hey, Jimmy, why does NASCAR run those boring road course races? I would rather they return to North Wilkesboro.
Come on, Herbert. There's nothing boring about them bumper cars. I don't know why they only run 2 road courses. They should either run 5 or more to make it more cost-effective or none at all. But I do miss North Wilkesboro, Rockingham, too.
Amen, brother. Now, Jeff G. wants to know, Jimmy, you think the 24 and 88 switching shops is going to make that big of a difference in performance?
Well, just to reiterate, it was a driver swap, and they just repainted some cars. All the teams are in the same buildings that they were last year. But will it make a difference? Yes, I believe it will. I think Junior will improve this year because I think he knows that if he doesn't run better, the next change will involve him heading towards the exit sign at Hendrick Motorsports. Oh, speaking of Junior, I was talking to Lance McGrew this weekend, and Junior said to Lance that Junior's going to watch his language over the radio this year because he doesn't like his family, listening to him and hearing all that bad language. I guess he doesn't realize we have all been listening here to him for the past 10 years.
It's like that forklift backing up, right?
Oh,
beep,
God, yeah,
beep.
scary.
All right, finally, Todd H. wants to know, can someone ask NASCAR why they didn't simplify the chase point structure as well? I understand you're racing 42 other guys for the purse, but you're really only racing 11 other guys for the championship.
Todd, I know a lot of people would like the chase drivers to have their own point system during the chase, maybe a 12-1 point system, but I think that would be a mistake. Let's look at last fall's Charlotte race here as an example. Jamie McMurray, who was not in the chase, he was leading the race. Chase drivers Kyle Busch, Jimmie Johnson were battling for second. Now, it was in Jimmie Johnson's best interest, and it would make for a more exciting race if his goal is not only to pass Kyle for second, but to be able to earn even more points to go after Rick Murray, who was racing for the win. If the chase drivers had their own point system, well, they were only racing each other. I think it would have the potential to make the drivers want to race less for every position possible and only race the other chase drivers, which it wouldn't be good in my opinion.